We're here today because of a tragedy that wounds one family deeply, but also hurts us all: the death of Tyre Nichols. We understand and acknowledge the grief that the friends and family of Tyre Nichols are experiencing right now, as well as the great concern throughout all of Memphis and Shelby County about this case. We met several times this week with the family of Tyre Nichols. They described an almost perfect son, a cheerful and happy person who enjoyed skateboarding and sunsets over Shelby Farms Park. We're grateful to the family of Tyre Nichols for their patience as we expedited both the investigation and the consideration of charges in this case, as well as the understanding on the part of the family that premature release of the video could compromise both. To Darius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Emmett Martin III, Desmond Mills Jr., and Justin Smith. The grand jury returned indictments against all five with the same charges. And we had previously met with the family of Tyre Nichols to go over what these charges were going to be. And that meeting with the family, I think, went rather well. Here are the charges: second-degree murder, aggravated assault, aggravated kidnapping resulting in bodily injury, aggravated kidnapping involving the possession of a weapon, official misconduct through unauthorized exercise of power, official misconduct through failure to act when there is a duty imposed by law, and official oppression. And I can tell you that the city will be releasing the video sometime after 6 p.m. Friday, tomorrow.
I've seen the video, and as D.A. Mulroy stated, you will too. In a word, it's absolutely appalling. Let me be clear. What happened here does not at all reflect proper policing.
Kidnapping is any unlawful confinement of another, which substantially restrains someone's liberty. At a certain point in the sequence of events, it is our view that this, if it was a legal detention to begin with, it certainly became illegal at a certain point, and it was an unlawful detention. The aggravated nature of the charge is because if that kidnapping resulted in bodily injury, that's one grounds for saying that it is aggravated kidnapping. If the persons involved in that unlawful restraint of liberty possessed weapons, that is another ground for saying that the kidnapping was aggravated.
We heard from the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, David Roush, that they are there to pursue truth and justice, and that he was shocked and sickened by what he saw on these multiple videos that are expected to be released Friday at 6 p.m. The police chief in Memphis saying just last night that she expects that the community will feel outrage. They are bracing for protests, make no doubt about it.
We have an overlay, Nora, which is the launching of a federal civil rights investigation by the Justice Department as well as the FBI. They haven't told us what charges are under consideration, but the most similar or analogous case would be that of George Floyd and the officer Derek Chauvin. He pleaded guilty to violating George Floyd's constitutional rights, and that included the right to be free of excessive use of force by police officers, as well as that constitutional right to due process.
She called that video inhumane. She said that it was heinous. And so I think they right now are just trying to prepare the public, both here in Memphis and across the country, Nora.
People will be saying, well, why isn't it first-degree murder? First-degree murder has premeditation, whereas second-degree murder is intentional. And what you have here is the underlying factor of this aggravated assault that continued to continue. And under Tennessee law, that is the written law as well as case law, what we wind up with is the intent to inflict serious bodily injury from the aggravated assault. If it looks like what we expect this video to look like from every description we have been given, that it really does become intentional conduct. And if they are convicted of second-degree murder, you're dealing with a Class A felony that has a punishment of 15 to 60 years.
The President of the United States has also been briefed on this Tyre Nichols case. There could be a statement coming shortly from the President as well. Concern about what happens on Friday night, 6 p.m. Central Time, when this approximately, we're told, hour-long video is released that includes not only body cam video from these police officers, but apparently some stationary video as well that is expected, in the words of the police chief there, expected to provoke outrage.